Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of King Spawn, issue number 5, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. We begin this issue where issue number 4 left off, where Spawn tells Terry we got to go to Botswana. So we get a flashback of Botswana many years ago. This was Al Simmons before he became Spawn. His mission was to find the head of an army using children as soldiers, then executed with prejudice. And pretty cut and dry mission, right? Then again, this is the military. He knows that how civilians like to look at the world, that things like war are simply just good and evil, but it really isn't. It's not really cut and dry. It's complicated. There's always more dead and more bodies being dead than what's planned. And these missions seem to be based on reasons to save lives and something more irrational. As certain government bodies, they want to keep gas prices cheap, land titles in proper hands, or here in Botswana, that diamonds remain readily available. That's the trade here. That's the whole point of this war. So the specific warlord in this territory thinks he could trade those jewels for political power. We see Spawn looking at a picture of a kid. That's his target. And at his destination, when he arrives at this hut, he knows there's no one guarding the door and the door is open. This is a trap, but he's been through this shit before. So we see this kid talking, and he tells whoever is on this intercom, we had a deal, remember? You said you get rid of Botswana's defense in the area. Where are you now? Spawn's outside, tells the kid, puts his hand up in the air. Don't mess with me, kid. Well, who you talking to? When is the guy? General Wynn is Simmons' commanding officer. He's the one fronting all this? And then Spawn notices a guy's mutilated hand that there's Psalms 137 Bible verse written on it. Kid tells Spawn, don't shoot. I love America. We give you diamonds to your soldiers. It's a trade. Al Simmons like, what? No, you send kids into war. That's what you do. The kids don't go into war. They're volunteers. Are you the help? Are you the one being sent here to help us out? And that's when Al Simmons realizes this kid is just a pawn and he doesn't even know it yet. So he gives him his gun and tells the kid, shoot anyone that shows up like me. Shoot him before they ask any questions. Just shoot him. Do yourself a favor, kid. Al realizes he's been sent on too many missions in too short a time. And with each assignment, Simmons' mental health is further stressed. He looks at a picture of Wanda and just can't wait to come home and just caress that soft body or whatever. So a man like Al can only be blindly loyal for so long. And then out of nowhere, we see someone has a target on his head and shoots him in the head, and that's the exact moment Al Simmons became Spawn. So I love the little bit of a deeper dive of the backstory of how Al Simmons became Spawn and what Botswana has to do with it. Priest, are you there? That's what Intercom says. Could this be Jessica Priest? She's Spawn back in Spawn's past, but Spawn doesn't recognize this because in his memory, he has no idea who shot him and why. And she currently disposes the body, and we get this awesome image of just back and forth flashback, or what this sigil is all about. It's being mixed together with other names, Jessica, the Disruptor, God, and all their names are clawing inside of Spawn's head. What does the sigil need from him? It wants him and Terry in New York and Botswana, but at the same time, it's obsessed with Spawn to unlock the days when Spawn first became Spawn. But why? That's the question that Spawn asked himself. So back in Botswana, Terry tells Spawn, you still haven't told me exactly what we're doing here. Trying to find how the Psalms 137, a low-level terrorist cell, got their hands on U.S. military grade. But we all both know that our contact in this place was Wynn. Terry is like, I know, but since he died, I don't know who's in charge of operations here, but whoever it is, we're gonna need a lot of firepower. Spawn's like, oh, we got that covered, baby. So I love this back and forth flashback panel when Spawn's walking down the hill, the same terrain as those many years ago. It's deja vu memory again, but this time he knows he's the target and he is the target now. The only difference is he knows it, and when he arrives at the hut, he sees the writing in blood, the king returned. Terry, do you read? And a voice behind him tells him, he can't help you, Simmons. And the Disruptor blasts him with the energy blast from behind. I knew you would return back to where it all began, Spawn. For you, those I worked for didn't think you'd come back, but I knew you would because you couldn't resist because you're a good soldier. The sigil gave you an order and your training forces you to do what you were told to do. And Disruptor tells Spawn you shouldn't involve people. Terry's there. That shocks the heck out of Spawn. See what happens when you just don't listen? Take the crown, Spawn. Open the door so the servants can worship. None of us will get what we need until you take that freaking crown. And Spawn's like, who told you I couldn't come? Now that you're here, you're not that stupid. The sigil, it's the sigil controlling this. And I know what you're thinking, Spawn. You're wondering who controls the sigil. If you want the answer to that, open the dead zones because you shut them all down before. Then you'll know when you see who comes crawling through there that you'll know who's controlling the sigil. If that's what you desire, open the freaking dead zone. And they fight, and this energy blast of distortion, and Spawn using all of his might to try to take down this Disruptor. And he's like, what? I give the orders here, Spawn, not you. You hear that, soldier? Not you. And this is a gangster panel right here that is shows Spawn, little bits of flashback. And this brother is fighting Spawn as if he knows him. Get up, you coward. I taught you better than that. Spawn's like, what? Something doesn't seem right here. Calistio's is the only one that ever tried honing my powers when I became Spawn. He trained me, and when Spawn tries to get up, his limbs are limping. He's gotta be in excruciating pain. You never taught me anything, bro. If you did, you would have been smart enough to know to stay the f away. Well, he probably didn't call him bro. Anyone willing to kill children just to get my attention knows I won't rest until you're all dead. But now, I need to know who you are first before I kill you. And he used this chain to knock the helmet head off of him. And the reveal of who this freaking guy is just... I remember this guy from the Spawn 1997 movie, Jason Wynn. And he's the man who started it all. Then and now, may God help everyone. So this was a fantastic read. I don't know what it is. This King Spawn series, in my opinion, just gets better and better. Once again, definitely worth adding to your comic book collection. I had a hell of a time reading this, and I'm looking forward to issue number 7. And I can't wait another month for issue number 6, not 7. I gotta wait 2 months for issue number 7. Link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, King Spawn, issue number 5. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.